Okay, grade 8. How are you? Mr. Newlove is here. We are going to revise on prime numbers, prime factors, products of prime factors. Okay, the first thing you need to do is to subscribe. Click the subscribe button. Then the second thing, you take your pen and your book. You write the information that you have here. Okay, so the first thing we have, it says write 150 as a product of prime factors. Write your final answer in an exponential form. So you make a table, you write your 150 here, then you find a number that can divide 150 without a remainder. So that number, we can use 1, we can't use 1, even though 1 can divide 150 without a remainder. If you divide 150 by 1, you still get 150, so you've not done anything. So we are going to start from 2. Let's see whether 2 divide 150 without a remainder. So on your calculator, you press 150 divided by 2. And this one gives us what? 75. So you write your 75 here and your 2 here. Are we together? Then the next thing that we are going to do is you find a number that can divide 75 without a remainder. We can't use 1, we can use 2, so you move your cursor here. Let's try 75. So 75 divided by 2. It gives us 75 divided by 2. This is a fraction. So it means it gives us a remainder. Alright, if you press the SZ, it gives you a decimal. So we cannot use that one because it gives us a remainder. So you move on to 3. You delete, then you type 3 there. It gives us 25. It gives us a whole number, so it means 3 can divide 75 without a remainder. So you write a 3 here and a 25 here. Then you look for a number that can divide 25 without a remainder. You start from 2. 2 will give you a remainder. Let's try with 2. Now it's 25, it's no more 75. So divided by 2. Give us a fraction. So we can't use 2. Alright. Then you try 3. It gives us a fraction. We can't use 3. Let's try 4. It gives us a fraction. No, we can't use it. Then you try 5. Voila! We have 5 there. It doesn't give us a fraction. So you write this 5 here. Then this 5 here. Then look for a number that can divide 5 without a remainder. No number can divide except 5. Alright, let's try. So if I put 5 at the top here, only 5 can divide, and 5 divide 5, 1. So you must try all the numbers and see. When I try all the numbers, only 5 can divide without a remainder. So I'm going to write it as a product of its prime factors. So you write 2 times 3 times 5 times 5. And this one, we can write this one as a product in an exponential form. So 2 times 3 times this 5 is occurring 2 times. So it's going to be 5 squared. Okay. Then the next thing is write 120 as a product of prime factors. This is your classwork. Write 100 as a product of prime factors. Write 60 as a product of prime factors. You must write all of them in an exponential form. Okay, let's look at this question. Determine the lowest common multiple and the highest common factor of 70 and 150. So here you write your 70 here and you write your 150 at the side. Then what are you going to do? Look for a number that can divide 70 and 150 without a remainder. So let's try 2. So 70 divided by 2. Okay, it can divide 70 without a remainder. We have to test the other one also. So we have to test what? 150. So 150 divided by 2 gives us 75. So you write your 35 here and 75 here. So 2 can divide. So you write a 2 at this side. Then you look for a number that can divide 35 and 75 without a remainder. You try all of them from 1 up to the number. When you try all of them, you realize that only 5 can divide. Only 5 can divide 35 and 75 without a remainder. Let's try and see. If I try 2, I will have a remainder. So if I try 5, I'm going to have 7. Then let's continue with 5 and 75. This 75, no? So this gives us what? 15. So this one is giving us 15. So our lowest common multiple is going to be this 2 times 5 times 7 times 15. Why? No number can divide 7 and 15 without a remainder. So our lowest common multiple is going to be 2 times 5 times 7 times 15. How did you get it? 2 times 5 times 7 times 15. Then what you are going to do is you multiply them. We are going to say 2 times 5 times 7 times 15 is 1050. Okay. Then our highest common factor we can also get a highest common factor on this. So the highest common factor is, we are supposed to get it on this column. 2 with this 2 times 5, which is this 5. So 2 times 5 gives us what? 10. Okay, so this is your homework. Determine the lowest common multiple and highest common factor of 80 and 160. Determine the lowest common multiple and the highest common factor, which is HCF. So you do all this for me now. Determine the highest common factor of this and that. How do you do that? 35 and 150. What number can divide 35 and 105 without a remainder? 5. Let's check. 5 can divide it without a remainder. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. So write a 7 here. Then let's move on to 105. 105 divided by 5 is what? 21. Okay. Then 7 can also divide 7 and 21 without a remainder. Let's check. Let's start with 21. 21 divided by